to Mario Kart!
Oh great, I left my computer on for like 10 minutes and now it's all in flames. Anyway, welcome guys to my new LP. Super Mario Kart. Said to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, vehicular combat game ever invented. And I'm going to LP it for you. Mainly because it's going to be part of something I like to call Mario Mania. Mario Mania is the whole month, plus maybe another half of the month, full of nothing but Mario games. And one interesting thing about the Mario characters in the selection, they all have hidden attributes to them. Mario and Luigi both have above average stats. I believe the 4 attributes are top speed, acceleration, handling, and weight. They have good weight, they have above average everything else. Princess Peach is the fastest, but her turning and handling kinda sucks. Yoshi has the highest acceleration. Bowser and Donkey Kong Jr. both handle pretty slowly, but once they get going, they never stop, unless they hit a wall. And Toad and Koopa Troopa have the best handling. And to start this off, oh wait a minute. I want to show you guys like a little hidden trick that most people don't know. If you hit all the face buttons at the same time, your character will shrink. You can play the game through like this. If you don't, just hit them again and they'll regain their size. I'm going to begin the game with Mario. I'm going to go through all the races, all the tracks, and see if I can win. I'll be, of course, going over the items too. Most of the items you'll see are mainly from the enemies. If you're going against a computer, they like to throw items at you. Koopa Shell will go straight until it hits an object. And about the controls, you hold B to accelerate, and you release it to stop. If you tap the R button, that will be your jump button. And to use items, you use the A button. And the Koopa Shell can be either thrown or be placed on the road. And you have to go through 5 laps on each course. And coins make your cart go faster. The faster you go, the faster you'll get over with the race. One thing you want to know about the driving games, if you release the acceleration button, you'll be able to handle turns more easily. Well, that's for the people who don't really play racing games, but who really does that anymore? Alright, final lap. You don't really have to worry about the 50cc that much. It's not that hard, but still can give you a little bit of trouble. DK Jr.'s being a complete douchehole. And booyah. First place. I believe first place always nets you 9 points. Second place gives you 6. Third place 3. And I think fourth will only give you 1. And I'm right. And all the rest get nothing. And so there's 5 tracks in each cup. Ending on a very special one on the Star Cup. I love the Star Cup's final track. If you really want to know, it's the Rainbow Road. And I think this game's Rainbow Road music is the best out of all of them. I don't care what any of you say, I believe that it's the best out of all of them. I'm sorry for the kinda weird musical thing. It's just that my computer's not used to running this much crap at once. With the internet browser up, I have this running, I've got Cam Studio running, I've got a little timer running, I got so much crap running. I'm basically using a timer because I'm too lazy to look at a clock. So more about Mario Mania. It's going to be an interesting little experiment. having all... I'm only going to do about 4 games, so it's not going to be too complicated. They're not all going to be racing games. Actually, 2 of them are going to be platformers, which Mario is most known for. And the other one will be... You guys will have to wait for it. I'm not going to spoil everything right away. Just keep it simple, keep it secret, keep everyone guessing. Oh, I forgot to talk about the other items. A red shell is a homing shell. You throw it out, and it'll head to the nearest enemy. Unless you're in first, then it'll just circle the track. Then there's... There's the bananas, which can be either thrown or placed. They're kind of like Koopa shells, except once they land, they stay there. Or until someone steps over them. The feather will allow your character to jump, and that's only good when there's a track that involves shortcuts. The lightning bolt will shrink everyone but you. But it's also ineffective against the next item, which is the star. It's the most powerful item in the game. You get accelerated speed. Anything that touches you pretty much flies away, and you're invulnerable to most items, if not all of them. Oh god, I didn't want to do that. Like I said, be careful of the corners. You don't want to fly off the edge. In Boo's haunted boardwalk, or whatever the hell they're calling this thing, it's exceptionally dangerous because once you hit the railing, a piece of the railing will fall off. So it'll increase your chance of falling off the edge. But always keep on collecting coins because you always want to go faster. I don't believe there's any limit to how many coins you can collect. But if there is, try to get as much as you can. I think it's quite impossible to get all the coins in the one track because that would involve lots and lots of backtracking, and you don't want to do that in a race. That will end up costing you the race. You start off with 3 little carts. I believe you lose one if you fall behind 4th place. Once you lose one, you can try the track over again and try to go for a higher placement. Once you lose all of them, the game is over, and you won't be racing anytime soon. But this game is pretty simple on 50cc. It gets insanely difficult on 150cc, which you have to unlock. And oh god, once that starts flying, it's not simple at all. Another thing is when you're playing alone, some of the enemies will have some items that you won't be able to obtain, like Bowser will be able to throw lava balls, and Yoshi will be able to throw Yoshi eggs, and Princess and Toad will be able to throw mushrooms, which shrink you for a short time. I think Donkey Kong just uses bananas. I think Koopa Troopa will use shells. If you're not playing as Mario or Luigi, they'll try to use stars. Yeah, crap, I almost forgot the last item. The last item is a mushroom, and I'll give you a burst of speed. And that's pretty much all to explain about it. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the other games in the series. Mario Kart 64 and Wii. And Double Dash. I forgot about Double Dash. Everyone loves Double Dash for some reason. About the 64 version, it's really not that much different from this one, aside from a few tracks getting added in, a few ones getting tweaked, and a few items thrown in. Like the ever infamous blue spiny shell. And if you don't know what that is, where have you been for the last 20 plus years? The spiny shell heads for the first person in first place, excuse my phrasing. It heads for the person in first place and makes them take a tumble for a short time. And this is the feather which makes you do a 360 in the air. Be careful when you're going at high speeds and you ram into DK or Bowser. They'll kind of knock you out for a little bit. Because those guys are heavy. They are the heavy weapon people. I think there's only 8. Yeah, there's only 8 characters in Mario Kart 64. I think the only person that's really been replaced is Koopa Troopa. He's replaced by Wario. Because Lord knows we need a third heavy person. I think that all that's changed. Other than that, it's just that DK gets switched with DK Jr. Makes more sense. Outside of the original NES game, no one's ever heard of DK Jr. Well, that and I think Mario Tennis. Yeah, that's it. And this is the last track. And there's a lot of curves to this track. And also a lot of oil spills will allow you to slip up and lose your control for a few seconds. But also includes one of the most awesome things ever. A giant jump. Which, if you use a mushroom at the right time, you'll get launched a long way. And I'm going to get rid of this because it's annoying me. There's another banana. And there's also a little rear view if you push select. So if you don't want to look at the map all the time, you can look and see who's behind you and see what they're up to. And be careful of the pipes. No, you cannot go in them. Although that kind of be awesome. And all I'm getting is lousy rotten bananas. It's an interesting little thing. That when people hear the vehicular combat thing, some people's minds turn immediately to one series called Twisted Metal, which is all about the people trying to win a wish from the person known as Calypso. But it's kind of dark and kind of morbid in a way. And DK Jr., I'm going to kick your ass. You've been dogging me all this time. If you come near me, you're gonna get an eyeful of shell, fruitcake. Can we do this? Can we make first place? And yes! We have made first place in all 5 tracks. And with 4 little spare carts to spare. Spare. And we have dominated. 45 points, we earn first place. And we get the cheap balloon. It's weird. It's Mario, Peach, and a relative of DK, which he's been rivaling with from the very beginning. Congratulations. DCC Mushroom Cup race, Mario wins the gold. Great race. Yeah, all of them get a little victory dance after that. But that's gonna do it for this episode. So, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Kart, we head for the next cup as a new character. See you guys then.